谢谢大家回谢北时间，我是大所长，
我是大叔甲。
我们这一集很有趣，是稍微讲一下，我们是5月初的时候录的，就是找了一个刚退伍的阿兵哥这样子。那我们等一下可以听他讲什么。不过这边有一件事情还蛮有趣的，就是这位阿兵哥呢是个 ABC
太厉害了。
大家要解释一下什么是 ABC。American
Born Chinese ABC 俗称就是出生就是美国公民的华人，当然就我们所谓的华人就是台湾人啦。
是，所以不过这边也跟大家提醒一下，所以因为他中文是还可以，可是就是很外国人的中文，所以我们后来决定就是这一集主要是就跟他的对谈是用英文录的，可是很有趣，就是可以听一下他的这个在当兵的经验这样子。那在我们进入这个秀之前呢，就是还是要提醒大家，要订阅。打5颗星，按赞留言。那因为其实也蛮多朋友说他听到谢别时间的节目，就是吃饭跟朋友聊天的时候还蛮有趣的。那我们也非常希望你多跟你朋友介绍，那就有更多朋友可以一起讨论这些相关的事情。
对，然后在这段疫情中，也请大家好好照顾自己，然后也照顾身边的亲朋好友。这段时间大家都要平平安安的。
谢谢。那我们进入节目咯。欢迎大家回谢北北时间，我是大叔桑，
我是大叔甲。
我们今天有一个很特别的特别来宾，因为他才刚从部队，他是什么退伍，是不是？
退役
之类的，然后所以其实我们很好奇，就是现在当兵是怎么一回事？因为想当年当兵就是去成功岭啊，去怎么样这样子，然后就很好奇现在长什么样子。所以我们今天特别邀请了 Brian，Brian 跟大家说
Hello。Hey everyone。
对，不好意思，还有另外一件事情 ，Brian 英文比较顺。所以呢，我们接下来会用英文来讲，他中文还可以啦，不过就是这样讲话会比较流利一点这样子。对，那所以Brian，so in the old days, the uncles, people will go to 成功岭. Where did you go for your service?
I went to 金六节 in 宜兰。
金六节 I see. So people don't go to 成功岭 anymore? Is that how it works?
It's based on where you live, and you have a higher chance of going somewhere close to where you live. And so people from 金六节, I would say 50% from Taipei, 30% from Keelung, and then 20% from Yilan, probably.
So mostly all local boys, basically.
Yeah.
Wow. So how many
cohorts?
No, I'm thinking like training centers. Is it
in Taiwan or within 金六节?
In Taiwan.
That I don't know.
Oh, okay. So like
stay secret. Sorry.
I see. Yeah, sorry, I do apologize. And is it like a big? Is it a barrack, a campus, or?
It's a pretty large base, but the entire thing is dedicated to 他们叫
菜鸟
like us.
Newbies.
Yes. Dedicated to us, and we had 640 people in our ing, and there are 5 ings total.
I see.
So your cohort is like 3,000 people?
Right.
Okay, that's a fair size.
Yeah.
And everybody like the 6,000 going about the same time?
No, we rotate.
I see. So.
And the funny thing is you can tell where everyone is in their 4 months based on the hair.
It gets longer or it gets shorter?
Yeah. I mean, once you go in, they only shave the sides.
I see.
And they leave the top.
And
so if you see someone with a lot of hair, they're standing there. They look really cool. And then if you see someone with no hair, you know they're sad. You know they just got in.
I see.
So you can tell the upperclassmen
exactly
by their hairdo.
Wow, interesting. But I mean, do you intermingle between the ings and?
There's only one thing that happens in terms of intermingling, and it's when you're running around or when you're going to the cafeteria, and then there's one thing that all the 学长 say, 单站不用背.
单战不用背 what does that mean?
那什么意思？
It's this thing. You have 一阶段、二阶段。一阶段呢 we have to learn things, and then you get tested at the end of it.
Okay.
There's this big build up, like we're gonna get tested. Okay. Everyone be stressed.
Okay.
And then there's this whole thing about a 单战, and it's this thing you have to memorize, a mock battle. Where you have to go through the steps.
I see.
It's kind of a pain to memorize.
Okay.
And anyways, the conclusion, as I already said, is you don't actually have to memorize it.
Wow.
To all the 学弟 out there, yes, 单战不用背.
I see. So 单战 is a mock battle.
Yeah.
And then do you actually physically do things, or you just kind of memorize step 1 we do this, step 2 we do
You have to read the things out as you're doing it.
I see.
And then when they come in, and the dudaos come in to supervise us, we just all failed the 单战.
Oh, okay.
And what they don't tell you is that nothing happens if you fail.
There's no consequence.
There's zero consequence.
Right.
There actually is zero consequence. Passing, failing, the exact same thing.
Wow. So did anybody pass? It's like everybody.
And so what they also don't tell you, they say everyone has to know the 单战, but we had 10个班, and then only 3个班下去考. So I didn't even get to do it.
Wow.
Oh, so it's like randomly pick one
Yeah.
of the platoons and.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you go down there, they look like clowns. Nobody knew what they were doing. And then like 最后那个督导 had it and just like read it to us because we didn't memorize it because the 学长 said 不用背.
Wow. And so what? People were still failing even when the supervisor, the dudao, was there.
Yes.
Well, usually, in
In
the old days when the dudao showed up, people better, shape up.
Wow. Hey, yeah. But so how is this type of institutional knowledge passed on? Like, 学长 go psst, psst.
Yes.
Really?
As we're running around, it's like 单战不用背.
Wow.
And then what's also funny, written on all the bunks, is all the gossip. So there's a bunch of 单战不用背, and then like there's one thing that's like, oh, 这个班长 got beat up by this person outside, or there's just all this gossip on the bunks. Yeah.
Wow.
Right. So is it like completely fill out the bunks, or
Sorry?
Are all the gossip already fill all the space, or are they still like this is from 2 years ago?
Yeah, there's empty space.
Oh,
Yeah, and then people sign their names, all that stuff.
Really?
How considerate.
Yeah.
They probably like changed the bunks just for the newbies.
Yeah.
Oh, they paint it.
Right, they paint over it, right.
Wow.
Yeah,
Goodness.
It's kind of comforting though. There was one above my bunk said like, 好巧你也来当兵了. And I thought that was kind of cute.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, this is completely sort of different, but there's this really ancient movie called Full Metal Jacket. It's the American.
Oh, I know
Yes,
that movie.
right? Yeah, and it was the first 10 minutes or so was when they were in basic training.
That's right.
And, I mean, it's a very different setting, but it's kind of reminding me of all the. But I mean, do you get to like make friends with the people?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to make friends, or have to is the wrong word. You're bound to make friends.
Sure.
Because as I was saying before, all you do is sit in stools all day, and so the 聊天 is really your only option.
Right.
At a low volume, or else people will get mad.
Right.
And then you just get to know every aspect of everyone.
Wow.
Well, after 4 months, you get to know some people very well.
Absolutely. Oh, that's the most fascinating.
Yeah.
Girls was actually the most surprising thing to me was girls. The aspect of like relationships between guys and girls. On one hand, because
Wait, so women are also in the training?
no.
Talk about
topics of conversation.
All the guys about their,
yes.
Okay.
And so specifically, what surprised me, and this is kind of about like getting to know people, is you would have like. We'd be sitting in the barracks, and you'd have like a circle of guys around one guy in the middle. And this wasn't, it would just kind of naturally happen. Like a guy would be like, "Oh, my girlfriend, she wants to split the cost. She wants me to pay for everything, but I want to split the cost, for example."
Sure.
And then like, what do I do? And then slowly like people will start joining the conversation, and then so it starts to build into a circle. And it becomes really cute. It's like one guy like talking, and then everyone else is supportive. Like no, like she doesn't know.
She ain't worth it.
She's not worth it. You can do better. And then it always goes towards that direction. I mean, the advice is always break up or you can do better. It never goes the other way.
Wait, and does anybody ask like, and what's her number?
No.
Oh, okay. Just
people do say like, let's go to Ming-Sen Beilu.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
您是able to sing karaoke?
I see.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay.
But I mean, that's as far as.
Among other things.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow, really?
Wow,
So it turns into
that's
some kind
fascinating.
of Greek theater, you know, and then with the orator in the center, and then the audience become part of the performance. That's brilliant.
Wow.
You know, you should write a play. I don't know if that's your thing, but it would be fascinating.
I was thinking more like a group therapy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, you have the floor now. The person who was there an object they hold? I usually
The baton.
That's right, the baton. Like
It's just whoever's the most frustrated with their relationship that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so that brings up a somewhat of a logistic question, which is I'm assuming you're not allowed to like hang out to your smartphone.
Yeah.
So how often do you get updates on, you know, the girlfriend wants this and that?
So you get updates 12 hours a day. You get to use your phone around every 12 hours.
That's not so bad.
Okay.
12
for
hours.
How long?
30 minutes for lunch, and then at night it's more like it's an hour at night.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, an hour and a half. Hey,
That's enough to break up. Trust me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's more time that I give to my kids. But
during all of the breaks, you get to use the public phones.
Public
okay.
phone. Oh, there's still public phone. Oh my goodness.
Everyone uses it. 'Cause
Really?
You can't use your cell phone.
That's right.
With coins or how does that?
Cell phone cards.
Oh.
Wait, cell phone cards with public phone.
The prepaid cards, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry, not cell phone cards. Prepaid cards.
Got it. I was like, oh, you can like bring this, you know, my SIM card and stick it in, and wow. So do tell more about just on a day-to-day basis. What do you do?
Yeah. So in the winter, in the summer, you wake up at 6. In the winter, you wake up at 5:30. And the funny thing also is the official time to wake up is at 6, but then jihe is at 6:10.
Yeah.
And you have to 折棉被, 折蚊帐, and then get changed, which is and brush your teeth, which is impossible to do in 10 minutes. And so wake up at 6, but you have to wake up before.
Right.
And you can't turn on the lights.
Okay.
Because if a supervisor goes around and sees that the lights are turned on before 6, they get in trouble. So there's always this difference between what's official and what you actually have to do.
Sorry, the supervisor get in trouble because technically you supposed to you have all this time to sleep in till 6 a.m.
Yes.
So that by the fact that the light was turned on, that means you get less than what you deserve to sleep, and somebody gets in trouble.
Yeah, someone up there decide that
there's a complaint hotline. Yeah. Somebody can call that number.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Exactly.
Okay. Just another sort of very small question. So, is everybody set up with an alarm clock, or is there like a blaring horn, 5:30? You know what to do?
So, some really good advice I got was to bring a electric watch.
Yeah.
And so that serves as your alarm clock. But
you couldn't have your phone, is it?
No, no phone. But realistically, I kind of enjoy waking up like this. Your bunk is kind of 8 beds in one.
Right.
8 beds share one structure.
Sure.
And then so when the bed just starts shaking,
it's like, okay,
like, all right, time to get up.
Right.
And that's how you wake up.
Wow. Okay, so you wake up, you assemble.
Yeah, you wake up, you assemble, and then we do 国军操, which is they start blaring this woman's voice on the microphones.
Women's voice.
Yes.
Okay.
A woman's. It's nice. It's like a comforting voice, and then she just tells you to wiggle your ankles, wiggle your knees, wiggle your hips, and you go all the way up to your wrists and then your neck. And then at the end of all this warming up, it climaxes to doing 10 push-ups.
10 push-ups.
Oh,
10 push-ups every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Single hand or
no, double hand. And also, if you don't want to do the push-ups, you can choose to do squats.
Squats. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so that's all the exercise you get.
And
for the entire day.
Yes, 10
that's
push-ups
about
a day.
what, 10 minutes maybe?
Yeah, 10
including
minutes.
the warm-up.
Oh, and I forgot about one part. And that at a certain point, the guoge comes on. And then you turn towards the flags.
Yes.
And then you sing the national anthem.
Yes.
Which I never learned.
Okay. So do you just lip sync or what do you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Do you need to?
close, yeah.
Do you need to pledge your allegiance to the flag?
No, just singing the national anthem.
I see.
There was one time when we were told that the defense ministry wanted us to be more spirited,
Okay.
love our country more, and then so we were supposed to learn songs every Monday,
Okay.
like a new song.
patriotic songs every Monday.
For example,
and
give us a.
It never happened.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
We were just told this is what's supposed to happen. right?
Oh, wow.
Again, the difference of what's official and what's unofficial.
But who tells you? I mean, so refreshing. The people who are executing things are actually telling you that this is the official version, and I'm just going to tell you this is the unofficial version.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 连长
Wait, did they say this is unofficial, or they only tell the official and not do anything about it?
Right. So 连长 will talk to us once a week.
Okay.
And 连长 will give us the official updates.
Sure.
But what he says and what actually happens, there's usually just night and day.
Right.
Yeah.
It is comforting that I remember reading sort of historic accounts that we were talking about like way back, even before my time, and it's sort of official versus reality. It's always been different, so it's sort of comforting.
It is comforting to know that. By the way, it happens in major companies too.
Right.
Like chairman says, we're going to do this.
Wait, small company too. I mean, what are you talking about?
Yes, big or small. That's right. That's right.
In a family, right? I tell my kids what to do. They were done.
Now let's leave your kids out of this.
I should send them to where 那不是成功岭，那是什么？
金六节. Yes.
Okay.
Kids,
so
pack
sorry,
your bag.
so we interrupt you, and then so you do your exercise, and then what?
And then then you get ready to eat breakfast.
Okay.
And then breakfast is the same thing every day. It's 稀饭, and then 肉松 if you're lucky. We always have 豆芽. Every meal, 3 meals a day you have 豆芽.
Good protein.
I'm assuming it's cheaper.
Cheaper, yes.
And the thing about the meals is that you get a soup, right?
Okay.
And then it's either like 绿豆汤 or
In the morning?
No, usually at lunch.
At lunch, okay.
Yeah. But then you either get 绿豆汤 or 爱玉.
Okay.
Yeah, or 红豆汤.
Right.
But then the thing is like there's no 料.
Oh, only soup.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
if you think about 爱玉没有爱玉, it's just 糖水. 然后绿豆汤没有绿豆 is
糖水.
也是糖水. Yeah, so you get a 糖水.
Different color though.
Yeah, different color 糖水 at lunch.
Wow.
And then also we complain about this because you have a weekly complaint session.
No way.
And then there's a
okay.
weekly complaint session. And everyone raises their hand and says, "There's not enough food. There's not enough food." 然后为什么爱玉汤？为什么爱玉里面没有爱玉
yeah.
And then the 班长 says, 我保证你里面有爱玉. That's it. Official version.
That's
I
a
promise
great
you
line.
Yes.
You just need to fight hard enough.
Yes.
Wow.
It's there.
Trust me.
It's there.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I think he's technically correct. He just didn't say like how many parts per million, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a different thing.
And so on the topic of meals, our budget, which they tell us all the time, is 97 NT a day.
97?
A day or
per
a
person.
meal?
A person, 97 NT a day.
A day.
A day.
Okay.
And that covers 3 meals.
3 meals.
Okay.
And the 绿豆汤.
Yes, exactly. And lunch is the most expensive meal because we get a slice of fruit.
Okay.
Okay, but how about protein? Do you get protein?
So it's the same protein cycle. You either get 鸡腿, 鸡翅, 炸鸡腿, 炸鸡翅, or 鱼排.
鱼排.
Yeah,
Okay,
these
not
5
sort of
options.
Deep fried, right?
Wait, five options is in you get to pick one of them?
No,
or?
you rotate.
I see. On the 5 days. You
Yes.
get, I see.
Wow.
Do they put out a menu like this week you're gonna get
No chance. No
No.
chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so lunch, and then what happened after lunch?
Right. So between breakfast and lunch, between lunch and dinner, you just have your 上课时间. And then 上课时间器材班 will bring out the whiteboards, bring out all the supplies, and then we will sit down in the stools, and you just contemplate life for 50 minutes.
Please be specific. What do you mean by contemplate life?
Well, actually, you can choose what you want to do, but you can't talk too loud. You can't sleep. You can't read.
Okay.
And
So you can talk in low volume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You can talk at a low volume. You just have to sit there, though, for the most part. Right. And then the banzangs just go to the side and they just are on their phone. They all play this one game. Something, 传什么. I'm not sure what it's called, but everyone plays it.
Okay.
And
all the banzang?
All the banzangs play it. And they're just playing that most of the time.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you try that game? Was it any good?
No, I don't get that. I would if I got to use my phone.
Oh, but
I see.
Meaning like now that you're done. I mean,
No, not that curious about it. And then during 上课时间, the real threat, right? To a big degree, the banzang seem more like us than they do seem like the lianzang. Or the other zangguans.
Sure.
Right? And then the real threat is 督导. outside supervisors when they come around, and they always come around in bikes because they're not going to be walking around the base.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And then what we do at times, we would rotate through our line 2 people, and you would go stand on guard on shifts. 1 person on the left, 1 person on the right. And then whenever you saw someone suspicious riding up in a bike, you have to go back immediately and tell the banzang. And the banzang will go up to the front and then start talking, as if we were 上课 the whole time.
Wait, so how far away do you need to stand guard?
Well, so our Ering was in the corner of the base. So if anyone was like riding towards us, it's very obvious.
I see.
And then so we would know.
Wow.
So when the Dudao does show up, what kind of classes or instruction you are supposed to receive?
And even the Dudao coming to supervise us, it's a very, very easy check. There just has to be someone talking at the front.
Okay. So
Could be talking about anything.
Okay.
Yeah, there just has to be someone standing.
It just has to look like a classroom.
Exactly.
Ah, interesting. So do you ever like shoot a gun, go bang bang or anything?
Oh yeah. So bang bang happens once a week.
Once a week.
Once a
okay.
week?
Once a week. Yeah, and that was really the highlight. Shooting is fun.
Bunch of people looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And then so you march to the shooting range, and then there's this whole process. It's very safe, I have to say. I think everything is done very well in terms of guns. No one's, it's very unlikely someone gets shot. And you barely. Oh, what's funny is, in general, they're very undermanned, right? And so to 装子弹, it's us. We do the 装子弹,
really?
even though they don't really want us to touch the bullets.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
But is any part of training? So how to load a bullet?
No, I mean you
Well,
get
actually,
very,
it's the magazine, right?
you get to touch the magazine, but in general, like what the Banzang told us is in Taiwan, it's not impossible to get a gun, but bullets are very heavily regulated. Like the bullets are the way the government prevents anything bad from happening.
Right. Yeah.
And what's funny is our first day we were there, our Fu Lian, it was like, okay, 正大台大的举手.
Okay.
And everyone from 正大or Taida raised their hand, and they were 弹药兵.
Oh, they're
So
the
only-
more responsible people.
Yes, so only people from 正大and Taida got
They
to
didn't
handle
ask like
bullets.
other great schools such like Harvard and NYU, for example.
No, definitely not. We would be messing around.
Wait, but that's sort of unfair because if they go to 正大台大, why should they carry the heavy stuff?
Yeah, but you get benefits.
Oh, really? Like what?
So the only thing that they have to motivate you is getting to go to Lyra-Fu. But that
Okay.
makes the world of a difference.
Wait, Lyra-Fu is outside of the base, right?
It's inside the base.
Oh, inside the base.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it makes a
That's
world
a nice
difference.
concession.
It's nice because you get to go away for a while, or
No.
is there a particular interest in going
It's
to
because
Lyra-Fu?
you rotate between 5 food items.
Got it.
And then so really also 茶叶蛋 becomes kind of a currency.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how much is one 茶叶蛋 worth? I mean,
It's
what
like
can you get it
six,
for?
Oh no! I mean, you can get it for like 你帮人家买一个茶叶蛋，他们帮你洗碗一次. That's how it works.
I see. So like equivalent to one task, whatever it is.
Yes.
Really?
And then when I went to Lyra-Fu, I would just come back with like 6颗茶叶蛋 in my pockets, and it's just burning on your legs. At your legs.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, could you like bring
really
it back?
hot,
Yeah,
yeah.
but could you like?
But
bring
I'm
it
sure
back?
it was worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And then 茶叶蛋 are the highlights,
Really?
Really?
Who would
Absolutely.
have thought?
So you couldn't like bring a small backpack and just like load it up with
No.
20?
And also like getting to go to High Life is such a rare thing. Like maybe once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So when
if you are the 代鸟,
if you're Daniel, you get to go once a week because we shoot once a week.
So what did you have to do to get to the privilege of visiting your local Lyra-Fu?
Right. So 出公差.
出公差, okay.
Anytime 出公差.
On a volunteer basis?
No. And so people start developing relationships with banzangs or
Absolutely.
paizang. And then once you find that guy that likes you, then he'll just pick you for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a
But
favorite.
it's not necessarily a good trade-off.
Yeah.
Sometimes the gongcais are not worth it.
For
Sometimes
example,
they're real gongcai as
Yeah.
opposed to
like
okay.
what? For example, what's the good one versus the bad one?
Okay, I have one that it's kind of a longer story, but it was just it consumed my life for a week. I dreamt about it.
Oh my god.
Do share.
So
What, you had to do a spreadsheet or?
no, kind of. So something really routine that happens in all of our lives is a Windows update, right?
Windows update, yes.
Yeah, you shut down your computer and
Yes.
you open it and it's updated.
Yes.
It's automatic.
Yes.
That's not how it works in the military. They have to take all of their computers to a central location and update it through a hardwire, one by one.
Sure.
So when we were we had 30 computers. and all of them had to be taken to a central location.
Okay.
So logically, I mean, I feel like the easiest way to do this would be to take a car,
right.
put all the computers on the car, boom, boom, done.
Yes.
And for some reason, we just could not get a car. And then it was up to me and this other guy. And we have all these little toy toys, right? And they're really, I mean, they're just really shitty.
Yeah,
they're horrible. Like the wheels are. I mean, you know the shopping carts with the little wheel that's wiggling.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're thinking. That's what you're working with. Okay. And the toita for 打饭班, where we put all the dirty dishes. 厨余, 垃圾. We're using the same.
The same one.
This is pretty yucky, right?
And this is what we put all the computers on, right? So we moved out all the computers one by one, put them on these toitas, which these computers are like worth something, and then you put it on the cart, and then you're dragging it on these bumpy roads, just the whole time, and you're just like,
wow,
vibrating the computers, and then all the way over. And then we had to do this 30 computers. Each time we took maybe 6 computers, so we had to do this 5 times.
Wow. So those are like desktop computers.
Desktop computers.
Not laptop. I'm thinking like, well, laptop, you're just doing one go.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so there's more stuff that happened along the way, but I'll skip just the mundane and boring details. But kind of what was funny was my buddy Liu Hao, Jay. He developed developed a really good relationship with the Paizang.
Right.
And the thing is, both of us are ABCs.
Right.
Both of us can't read Chinese.
Right.
Barely can speak Chinese. And we were doing the computer updating, so naturally you're gonna run into some problems.
Oh, that's right. Because the computer are in Chinese.
In Chinese.
Oh goodness.
Right. But even more problems. So one of the issues is that for some reason, if Ingzang's computer does not have internet, nobody's computer has internet. I don't even know how that's possible. If this one computer doesn't have internet, the entire Ing is incapable of using the internet. And so if you think about it, there's 5 Ings, and we are 1/5 of Jingliujie.
Right.
And then because my buddy Jay messed up, 1/5 of Jingliujie did not have internet for an entire day.
Whoa.
Like 24 hours. Because he forgot which wire was plugged in. To which Ethernet cable was plugged into the computer.
Wow.
And because Ingzang's desk, it was just a mess. And there's too many Ethernet cables.
Really?
And so he forgot which one he plugged in.
Oh God.
And then we were just stressed. We brought the computer back and no internet. What do we do now? And so as he was dealing with this problem,
how did you guys know that if that's the case, then the whole system shuts down?
Because people started complaining, like, how come I don't have internet? And then we figured out it's because this one guy did not have
So
internet.
by this time you knew it was your fault.
Yes, absolutely. And then I mean, just as any system bureaucracy, like Paizang started getting really stressed.
Of course.
And he's like, someone's gonna have my ass
That's
if this is not fixed. And he starts like,
that's right. Shit rolls downhill.
Yeah, exactly. trickle down stress.
So were you able to get a car by that point?
No chance.
I'm just checking.
So I mean, we're putting out fires, right? The internet doesn't work, and then I go and put back the Fudazang's computer, and then another fire instantly starts, right? Like his keyboard is not working.
Oh God.
And this is a huge issue, right? Like I updated your computer and I came back and your keyboard was broken, right? So definitely a big issue. And so being the problem solver that I am, I just wrote a little note, and then I can't even write Chinese, so I put it in Zhuyin. I was like 抱歉，我把你的键盘弄坏了。
Oh no.
Yeah, and then in brackets, you put like I can't really write Chinese.
In Zhuyin too.
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
Good
so
for you.
like boom, done. Put it on the table, and then go back to the other room where they're still stressing about the internet. Like 报告排长，那个键盘坏了，但是我上面有留一个 note. Okay, great. And then 排长 goes like, 辅导长的键盘坏，他的键盘不能坏。他的键盘不能坏，你现在去办公室去换一个键盘。
所以是键盘坏还是 connection 坏？
就是键盘坏。
哦，键盘坏。
Yeah. So then I went into. My job was now to take this keyboard, go into the office, and switch it.
Right.
And so the thing about the office is we're not allowed in there, right? Xinbing, it's all full-time people, and so if any of us are in there, everyone's looking at you, like you look really weird.
Right.
So I'm holding this keyboard, and I start walking in there, and then when he says 换一个, let me be clear. He's not 换一个, like it's not get a new one from the pile. It's like go
steal another one.
Go steal one, exactly.
Oh, I see.
Wink and nod.
Yeah,
that is not the official line, but you know what to do.
The official line is 辅导长 keyboard cannot be broken. Okay, so it will not be broken. So I go into the office, and I start replacing this keyboard, And then like suddenly this guy starts, 士官长 hovers over me.
The sergeant.
Yeah, sergeant. He hovers over me and he's like, "What are you doing?" And then I was like, "Oh, 我只是换键盘." And he's like, 你确定这是这台的键盘? And then I was like, "Yeah, 我确定." And then I found out that like the plug just it
didn't match.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And then and he was looking at me and I was like, "Oh, 其实我不确定." And I panicked and then I left. So I just panicked. I took the keyboard, went back to 排长.
Wait. So is it a new keyboard or old keyboard?
Old keyboard.
He never bothered.
Oh my
right,
goodness.
Right.
Okay. And
so I went back to 排长and I was like, 抱歉排长, 士官长, you know, he started coming at me. I got stressed and I just came back. I failed my mission. And he was like, "No, you can't fail." He's like, "If anyone asks you what you're doing, just say 你在测试键盘." Okay, right?
That makes sense.
Great idea.
Yes.
So then as I'm
They go
walking
to
back to
another
the
one.
office, in my head, I'm just like, okay, 测试键盘. I'm reading this as I'm walking back to the office. And then now all of the computers are used.
Oh
right?
no.
They're all occupied.
Yeah.
And then suddenly like one person gets up and leaves.
Right.
So like, okay, this is my chance.
Yes.
So I go to her computer. And then as I'm plugging it in, she goes like, she turns around and goes like, "Oh, 你在做什么？这是我的电脑哎." And then, you know, I was reciting this line. I was like, "Oh, 我在测试键盘." And then she was so nice. She was like, "Oh, 好，那你测试."
Oh, good. You're locked out.
And then I was just but I was thinking like, my heart just broke. You know, like this person, I'm about to break their keyboard, and then they asked me what I was doing, and I was like, "I'm just testing the keyboard." Like they're like, go ahead, break my keyboard." And I couldn't do, I mean, obviously it would be me, but that was not the problem. I just felt so bad. She was like, "Go ahead and break my keyboard." So I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
No, I mean, she was looking at me and I was about to break her keyboard.
Yes, you know, Brian's a young guy,
Yes,
nice guy, and he didn't have a heart.
I'm sure your mom's very proud of you right now.
Well, I mean, I failed the mission 3 times.
Oh, 3 times? This is the second time, and what's the third time then?
Oh, right. I mean, I guess if you count the sticky note in Zhuyin.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, no, in the end...
And then what happened? Yeah.
In the end, I brought it back, and then...
Still broken.
Still broken, and Paizang wrote a note, not in Zhuyin, in Guozi.
I'm sure Paizang could skip the doing, yes.
Yeah.
So how did you resolve it?
Yeah.
No, so he had a broken keyboard in the end.
So he has to go there and steal somebody else's keyboard.
No, he just like gave up his own keyboard, or
No. I don't know what happened. We just like Fudao-zhan just had a broken.
This is the point where your Paizang goes, "I'm just not gonna risk my life or career over a goddamn keyboard. Let me go and steal another one."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a keyboard is like 150 NT.
Well, the point is like to be able to get a new one. Even if you want to buy one, you're gonna go off the camp, right? So that's why it's
No, go to convenience stores. Surely they sell keyboards.
Larry Fu. I have 20 茶叶蛋 for you. Wow. So you didn't know how it was eventually resolved.
No. And there's very little follow up. It's hard. I mean, once you leave the Gongcai, you're not sure if you get sent anywhere.
It's probably just better not to ask the question.
So did you carve it on your bunk? Say this keyboard is broken.
No. I mean the bunk stuff. What did I put on there?
You did put something. Okay. What
you have to leave your mark.
Did you say something like 我在测试键盘? No.
Oh no, I was actually just very salty.
Oh.
Yeah, there was.
What did you say?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have wrote something more funny, but I was just like, we're the only Lian that does not get to play basketball. That was the only thing on my mind.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Was that true? Like,
yeah, it was true.
Why is that? Was that a punishment or just it wasn't a Paizang's thing?
So a lot of your experience depends on the quality of your lianzang.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
And unfortunate for me, our lianzang was very good. We have a very good lianzang.
He's strict, meaning?
Strict. He tries to do his job to the best of his ability.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. And so we have a budget, right?
Right.
And our lianzang, you know, as annoying as he is, he spent all our budget like fixing the lights, you know, remodeling, painting the walls, making sure everything is nice. Right. And then the other lianzang just spent it on a basketball hoop. Like all the other lians had a basketball hoop in front of their lians.
Right.
And all their facilities were horrible.
I see.
And we had nice facilities, but no basketball hoop.
Hey, that's life.
That's life.
Trade off.
But I think this is the time to know that Brian was the basketball team captain or something, if I remember correctly.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh, a lifetime ago.
But you were.
Still.
Sure.
Still. All right.
You know, you should have gone to the other inn and say, Psst, you know, for 20 茶叶蛋, 单挑. Plus
a keyboard.
There you go. Okay, so So I guess final two questions, and they're related, right? You know, what's the best part of this? Any surprises? Anything that you know?
So the best part, or I guess the only benefit, is I use my phone a lot, right? I mean, I'm sure we all do now. And then, you know, even when I'm working, it's like I'm constantly checking my phone.
Of course.
And so just being able to go that long without checking my phone, and also, I guess sounding a little less dumb, I think there's value in being bored, right? I mean, it builds your patience, and it makes you delay gratification. You're not seeking that instant gratification. So just being able to sit somewhere for 50 minutes at a time, to have that patience.
And knowing that you can do it.
Knowing that you can do it, it gives you confidence to take on something else afterwards.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
nice. And also just like, you know, existing in a system with bureaucracy, I think that's very helpful for what's to come.
Absolutely.
Oh, bureaucracy. Oh God, yes. That's a real life skill.
Absolutely.
Yes. Any surprises?
I mean, I didn't have that many surprises in terms of my experience, but what really surprised me, back to girls. I mean,
yes.
It's just, I went to school, I went to international schools, I went to college in the States, and just how, you know, Western people and Eastern people approach girls is completely different, right?
For example.
And I just remember on the first day, you know, I walked by the phones, and then it's just like, 宝贝,宝贝,我好想你. And then the next day you walk by, it's like, 宝贝,宝贝. And then they're just calling their girlfriends or boyfriends, I don't know, the whole time. And it's always like, I miss you so much. And then I remember just like I asked my Lingping, and I was like, don't you think that like if you call them every hour every day, like don't you think you guys like might lose a little bit of interest? And then it was like a new idea. I was like huh? Like oh like maybe I guess if we like talk too often, it might be worse for our relationship. And so that I mean that was just shocking to me, you know, just like a completely different approach.
So you mean us Eastern people don't play the hard to get game? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or I mean, sure, and that's one way of looking at it. Or like the relationships are a lot more supportive as well. Right. Oh, what was also surprising, I rode a car back one time with one of my Lingping, and his girlfriend was there, and I was like, oh, when is this happening? And he said, oh, I don't know. And his girlfriend instantly was like, this date. And then I was like, wow, how do you know that? And it's because there's a 女朋友群组 online. Every group has this.
No way.
Yes.
You're kidding.
My friend right now in the military, they also have a 女朋友群组 online.
Wow.
And they know the details better than the guys.
Wow.
And there's even like, they were telling me how this one girlfriend was worried about her boyfriend not making friends. So she told her other girlfriend who has a boyfriend to like
make sure
they become friends.
Be inclusive.
Yes, exactly. So it's like a group experience, like girlfriend, boyfriend.
Wow. Oh, that's fascinating. I mean, I get it, but I didn't even think of this.
Somehow it doesn't surprise me though.
But I mean, just to double down on that point, like girlfriends are so I mean, placed so highly. You know, when we have our kanching, the only 3 people that are allowed to go, or I guess the only groups of people that are allowed to go is immediate family, not even your uncle and aunt and your girlfriend.
Hey, that's very important.
But how would they know if that's the girlfriend or
they don't? They don't. So
but, I mean, just the fact of having this soft rule. I mean, that surprised me a lot. Like, what about my best friend? You know, like I wouldn't necessarily.
My best friend's my girlfriend.
Right.
Really? How fascinating.
Wow.
And then, so for how often do you get kanching?
Once
in the like 2 months into the 4-month thing, or
1 month in.
Oh, 1 month thing, and then you had to top it up for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's it. Once.
Yeah. Well, but you get to go home on weekends, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow, this is absolutely fascinating. Yeah. Anything else you wanna just let us know? You know.
What would you tell a newbie that is about to go on camp?
I want to be productive. I want to be positive, but honestly, don't work too hard.
Don't work too hard.
And that's what I tell my kids. I mean,
it's just a really frustrating environment to be in, especially because we're making 8 NT an hour.
That's right.
You get paid.
You get paid.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But 8 NT an hour.
That really puts a value on your time there.
Exactly.
Wait,
wow.
how much is茶叶蛋?
8 NT.
Oh, okay.
So everything's structured around a茶叶蛋
per hour.
But that's not the first. I mean, 8 NT an hour is great, right? I mean, you get to make some money on the side, but then you have to pay for your bus there and back. every weekend.
That kills it.
That's 320 NT.
But that's what parents are for.
No. That's out of your own pocket, definitely.
Okay.
But I mean, think about it: 8 NT an hour, and then 320 NT. You have to work 40 hours just to get yourself to it.
That's 1 week.
Right, but I think that's intentional, right?
Yeah, and then you have to pay the 洗衣费, 500 NT a month. And
Oh,
there's like a
洗衣费. Okay.
Well, you don't do your
So
own
you don't have to
clothes?
do your own laundry.
no.
Okay.
And then you have to pay like an initial upfront fee of like 1.5K.
For what?
1.5K for it's
Supplies.
I think it's security deposit.
Do you get the money back?
No.
Oh,
That was
okay.
non-refundable
So it's not
security
I mean,
deposit.
And so back to the point of not working too hard, you know, the harder you don't get rewarded at all.
Right.
You know, if you it's not like some kind of outside system where you work hard, you get rewarded.
Sure.
If you finish your job earlier, there's just the next thing for you to do.
Right.
So you sort of you go along with the system.
Yeah, just go along with the system. Just know what's happening and be patient.
Yeah, that's a good lesson.
Actually, it is.
Yeah, it could be life saving.
And once again, I'm so glad that nothing had changed that much from the old days.
Yeah.
But wow, fascinating. This is well. Thank you. Really appreciate you sharing the experiences.
Sure.
So we're gonna switch back to Chinese. 所以今天非常感谢 Brian 跟我们分享他是你是上个礼拜退伍的吗？还是上个礼拜之类的
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
所以真的这个是最原汁原味大家的这个现在当兵到底是怎么回事？好，那这其实是我们这个 Mini-Series 里面就讲到一些跟台湾跟军事相关的东西。那也谢谢大家的时间，我是大叔桑，
我是大叔甲，
你是
Brian, 动
动武，
谢谢，拜拜，
拜拜。
哇，这个很有趣，就是听 Bry 这样当兵的日记，然后我从来没有想过那个茶叶蛋是一个这么有意义的东西。
对，茶叶蛋非常有趣，但从某个角度，我立刻想到就是说，其实当兵不管怎么样，就是一个小社会嘛，就是一个社会的缩影。那任何社会都需要有这种流通的这种。
通货，
对，通货，谢谢哇！大叔场的中文怎么变这么好？
因为我知道通货膨胀，所以通货
就立刻让我想到那个2战后的德国，就是说那时候的通货好像是变成香烟，对不对？
听说是，可是现在年轻人不抽烟了，所以只好换成茶叶蛋。
这是台湾特有的，非常赞，非常赞。
没错。那大叔要不要讲一下那个 Bry 他当完兵了，所以他最近都在干嘛？
据说他已经回到工作岗位上了，对不对？然后工作7月12号正式开始，然后就是应该不是醉生梦死，应该是开始又过着这个年轻然后没有忧虑的生活，对不对？
没有，就是听说那个华尔街人的生活都是非常糜烂的，所以
当年我在华尔街怎么都没有让我糜烂一下，人缘不好，
你要反省，对。
Bry 的人缘是非常好的，所以没问题。
有为青年这样子，
是，然后据说他也找到新的要住的那个找到住的地方，对不对？对，在纽约大苹果是不容易的，
真的，不然变成游民也不好，每天还是要回家洗个澡啊什么的。
要，虽然没有很多时间可以回家让你洗澡。
对，然后那个如果特别是女性观众女性听众，如果觉得 Bry 听起来就是一个有为青年，然后听起来就是很可爱，我跟大家报告一下，不好意思，他已经有女朋友了。
名花有主，抱歉。
可是如果你想要这个私下跟那个 Bry 这个讨论什么事情的话呢，还是可以上谢北北时间的脸书跟我们那个私讯，我们有办法找到 Bry 的。
在这个时间点还是要透过中间人，谢谢。
没错，然后我们不会跟他妈妈讲。
对，没错。
对，所以这一集其实还蛮有趣的，就是说 因为我想，大家不管有没有当过兵，可是一定也听过不管是平辈或长辈等等，就说哦，想当年怎么样怎么样怎么样，所以听到 Bry 的他这四个月当兵的经验，真的差蛮多的，就是那种几十年前，就是所谓的数馒头。然后对，然后就是被操啊，被怎么样？不过我觉得这件事也蛮有趣的啦，就是因为这是一个义务之一，所以就什么样的人都要去做。那当然也有，像我印象中很深刻，就是以前都还会就那边交朋友啊、结拜兄弟啊等等等等。可是也有很多人就刚好趁那个时间去把托福准备好，GRE 准备好，所以就各式各样人都有。
有，这应该是30年前的印象了吧？但我不知道现在年轻人那个这一段时间他会准备好什么东西，但是同样是有时间在手上，我觉得就还是跟人一样嘛，大家会做自己既定的目标，或者是还是有人把时间就平白无故就流失掉了也有啊。所以这就是一个社会的缩影啊，所以这个也不令人觉得太大的意外。
是，那当然就说，我们这一个 Mini-Series 是讲到 Most Dangerous Place 台湾，那当然是一个比较军事战略相关的角度来看这件事情。那我不知道大家记不记得我们的第1集跟 Roger 他就提到说，台湾是从一个兵役制到现在是那个志愿兵。那其中有一件事情就是对于所谓的 skill retention， 因为其实特别是现在的军火等等都是，就是你不是要有蛮力而已，而要其他的就是说不管是语言啦、这个数学啊什么都要够好这样子，所以就蛮有趣的啦，就是说现在的这个从一个兵役4个月兵役角度，感觉上这个就不是重点。
对，没错。
对，所以这件事情，我觉得这件事情还蛮有趣的。那就是说，我觉得兵役这件事情也让我有另外一个不能说反省啦，反省太沉重了。就是还是回到那个大叔想当年的那个情境下，不可能有个 ABC 回来当兵的，
真的耶，连听都没听过，对不对？在当年的时候，
不要说听啦，连想象都是谁吃饱撑着。想当年那个想尽办法不要去当兵啊，居然现在还有人，对，
真的，所以这也当然就是说，不管怎么样，就愿意回来台湾经营的，我们都给他一个赞了。我觉得Bry 当然就是也有地缘关系嘛，可能自己家族成员很多都还在台湾，然后他也在台湾上过学，所以他对台湾应该感情也比较多。但是从另外一个角度讲，我就觉得说，或许真的就是不管 Bry 怎么去想这个事情，就是说，毕竟台湾还是一个值得经营的一个地方啦。对啊，所以回到那个。不管是 Roger 或者是 Ocean 讲的事情，说，就是说作为一个想要成为自己的一个地方的人，他有没有去经营他自己的土地？我觉得这变成一个很重要的一个点。
是，对，而且就说这个时候我先跟大家抱歉一下，这个比较是阿北的抱怨这样子，因为大叔大叔讲也很类似啦，就是说我们其实在台湾，然后在国外真的住很久，然后现在当然都是就是回来台湾，那台湾有好有坏，倒没有任何地方是完美的啦，可是就是现在还蛮多年轻人，至少前一阵喜欢说鬼岛，那个时候当然我知道他们的意思，可是我是非常不认同啦，就是自己的家为什么把它叫鬼岛这样子，所以当那个 Bry 说他要去当兵，我说真的来讲一下那个当兵是什么感觉。是，这个我觉得大家可以想想看。那当然就是说 我想MDP 这个 Mini-Series 当然讲的是一个相对严肃的话题，可是严肃的话题我们还是可以很轻松的从各种不同角度来看这件事情，那希望大家也听得很好玩啊，就是现在当兵是这样子，那不过我想最重要的是还是谢谢 Bry 跟我们分享他的经验，那我们当然也是希望他未来的路非常一切顺利利，那个华尔街这个大发这样子，那以后我就也就说，你还记得那个 uncle 那个大署长吗？
对，这祝他那个前面一片荣景啊，然后那个财源滚滚啊，然后在 Wall Street 就是赚大钱这样子。
没错。对。然后那个顺便置入性行一下，就是我们第一季有一集是大叔讲他当年怎么在华尔街这个吃香喝辣的，大家可以去参考一下。
几乎都把这件事情忘掉了。哎呀，白发宫女话当年呐。
对，好，那所以我们最近有什么有趣的事情吗？我在那个因为前一阵子应该说最近啦，就是说疫情这边，然后我们也看到，当然台湾这边有一些很明确的进展，可是那个欧洲这边英国法国也都有一些新的变化，不知道大叔甲有没有跟大家分享一下？
我想到的是英国啊，英国很有趣，他们就是打死一定要开放，然后应该就是今天礼拜一开放，然后就把它定为那个自由日 （Freedom Day），然后那个首相就是把这个压力完全挺住，就是说不管怎么样就是要开放，然后在开放之前的这几天几乎都是每天5万的确诊，我觉得英国人真是另外一个强国，我觉得另外一个可能是心理上的。不是说较劲，就是说他们另外的表弟在彼岸那边的美国已经开放这么爽很久了，他们同样是这个安格鲁撒克逊的表兄弟，总是会有一点点觉得说，那边都已经爽那么久，我们也该爽了，所以真的辛苦了英伦三岛的各位安格鲁撒克逊的海盗们。
是，那其实就是还在欧洲啦，就是说我最近在读的是法国总统Macron 有说，接下来你要进餐厅，你要在外面吃饭的话，你就是要证明说你是已经打过疫苗的，然后一宣布隔天那个去申请排队打疫苗的就马上宕机这样，我想这个大家是有感觉的，这个是一个，可是我觉得很有趣的是，除了这件事情以外，隔天马上法国不管是左派还是右派，就是火力全开攻击那个总统的这个政策。那就说，当然一方面我们比较是什么看热闹，说他们在干嘛？可是我觉得回到刚才大叔讲的英国的状况，就是说其实大家在面对的都是一个未知数，然后大家都在试各种不同的做法。那当然就说以前台湾比较是我们才真的是比较看热闹，隔岸观火，可是现在就是很多他们海外看到的一些经验，应该迟早都会在台湾发生。那这些讨论，我觉得，除了看热闹之外，其实大家也值得想一想啊。这个因为这种东西真的是没有所谓的对跟错这样子。
对。政治就是人的事情，所以不管搬到哪个国家，这个面对这么多未知数，然后再赌未来，大家都有不一样的想法，也是正常的。因为是多元社会。
是，我觉得这个就是民主国家的一个特色啦。就是大家就是要吵成一团，因为没有
扭成一团。
对，因为说实话没有这样，就是你要充分表达嘛，怎么都不讲，那也不 OK 的。But anyway， 那不过还是回到我们那个MDP 的这个主题那个。那这边讲到一个，因为我最近看到了一个很有趣的新闻，是菲律宾，就说大家如果有在关心那个东南亚 那个海域海权的这件事情的话，都知道说，中国最近这几年还蛮强势的，就到处去，就是这个就是别人的领海去那边路过这样子，
是
那就说以前的做法比较就是我们用菲律宾做例子啦，就说菲律宾的海防就会过去赶人这样子。那以前的做法就是当然是阿兵哥海军哦，就说你在干嘛？走开等等等等。那上个月开始，那个菲律宾其实有宣布，他们叫做 Angels of the Sea。海上的天使，那所以海上的天使干嘛呢？就是女兵，就是说他们发现他们就有个新闻啦，就是说他们用女兵去说请你走开的时候，那个中国来路过的渔船就走开了，所以这有个蛮大的新闻这样子。所以我想说，台海关系紧张，我们要不要试试看呢？
你说叫志玲姐姐说不要打过来。
第一个我觉得可以试试看，可是我比较担心的是，就算是路过的人走开之后，会不会有一群怪叔叔出现，要听志玲姐姐的声音？
相对来讲，怪叔叔应该比较好处理吧。
I don't know 。
不过这很有趣，就是这种柔性的力量，有时候真的是，因为你知道，在这种拳打脚踢的比较是那种男性的，或者是这种就比较阳刚气的这种男性嘛，那他们过去所有的训练跟所有的期待或者假想，都是大家就是来硬碰硬，结果这些汉子们遇到比较柔性的声音，整个就丢掉了。
说奇怪，不对啊，这个从来没有训练过，这个要怎么处理？
这是一个嘛，然后另外一个就是说，好像武林中的这种的江湖道上的规则，就是出拳不打老弱妇孺，你知道吗？那就遇到这种很柔性的就，好吧，那就下次好了。这也是蛮有趣的啦。
是，对，那我们那个明天要把相关资料抛出来，让大家参考一下，品乓起来这样子。是，对，好。然后最后呢是有一些那个听众的 feedback，谢谢大家有听我们上个礼拜的那个阿贤的音乐，因为我们那个。曲的制作，然后选了一个他自己觉得还算是蛮喜欢的作品放在最后让大家听。那其实就有一些听众说，为什么好像中间断掉？然后不好意思，我们没有忘记事先提醒大家，他那个其实是他那第一个，但是他的作品，然后那个基本上是还没有做完啦。那所以我们也跟阿贤讨论过，他说那个等他。那一首完全做完之后，我们再把它放上来跟大家分享这样子，所以跟大家报备一下，你没有听错，你的手机没有坏，你的那个 podcast 没有坏掉。好，那我们今天这个节目就大约到这边，所以还是一样，我们第一个要感谢阿贤，我们的音乐是他制作的。
我们要感谢我们自己的制作团队的成员 Ariel、Hannah、Lalisa、Tiffany 跟 Oliver。
对，然后我们下一集是跟小薇，
是柔性的力量要出现了。
对，对，我们应该问小薇，他搞不好就是我们的 Angel of the Sea。
真的好。
是，那还是非常感谢你都已经听到这里了，要记得要订阅、打5颗星、按赞、留言。然后我们其实有一些朋友，就是我们所谓的言之有物的人士们，很感谢大家分享说，听我们节目的时候，吃饭跟朋友聊天的时候，都会有多了一些话题。那也希望你多介绍你的朋友一起听，那我们来讨论一些有趣的话题。
那这一段疫情时间呢，请大家要好好照顾自己，也要照顾身边所有的朋友跟亲人。那这段时间大家要健健康康、平平安安的。
对，好，谢谢，拜拜，
拜拜。